Good morning. It's about 6 a.m. on Monday. I've been up since about 4. Already got a couple of cups of coffee in me, just can't sleep. It's about 34 degrees out here and drizzling, and I'm pretty sure there's a skunk out here in the barn with me. So let's work on motorcycles. Let me show you what's going on. I've finished the carburetor work. Sorry about the lights, ad hoc. What am I going to do here? Nice and shiny now. Cleaned up like they should be. Replaced all the seals. Cleaned all the jets and passages. Got the accelerator pumps freed. Got those sticky slides freed up. So all that's left is to put those back on the bike. And not much has changed here. I've just sort of blown the leaves and some wasp nests out of it, and not really done much else yet. But I can put the carbs back on, replumb the fuel lines, and start taking all this stuff off the handlebars. Let's change those bars out, and I'll clean all this mess up as I go. I'd like to disassemble this throttle. It's pretty sticky, and lube those cables, because it's pretty hard to turn right now just from cables being dry. The usual stuff. I noticed that, well, first of all, I noticed that my front brake lever has no pressure to it. I opened this up to find that there's no fluid in there. It had to go somewhere, but I never saw any puddles forming. But I do see that bottom bolt of that caliper there is a little oily, wet looking, and I did see, you can see there at the bottom of that rotor a little dark spot. It looks like brake fluid's been dripping on it. So I'm going to order a caliper rebuild kit for that and stop that leak. The other caliper, the left side caliper, which is linked to the back brake on these bikes. So when you hit the back brake, you also get a bite on the left front caliper at the same time. That seems to be just fine. Those seem to work and hold this brake pressure. So hopefully that's the worst of it. But I think if I get the gas tank cleaned up, get all that old gas out, put the carbs on and plumb it up, there's no reason why this thing won't start. So one step at a time. Let's see what we can get done this morning. Okay, it's about 7 a.m. now. Sun's coming up. Still gloomy and awful outside, but I don't have a lot of time before I need to go to work because it is Monday morning. This is the carburetor's mounted. Well, it's one carburetor mounted back on the motor, and the air cleaner just stuck on there. I had designs of squirting some starting fluid or gasoline in there, or just rinse out the tank and get something going and hear it fire this morning, but I don't think I'm going to have time. So carbs are mounted on and halfway plumbed up. And over here I've just got the tank. Yeah, the tank is still dirty. It's been really crappy outside, so I'd like to see some sunshine before I get out there and bucket wash anything. I don't know. Might just have to tough it up and do it, but got just a piece of fuel hose on the petcock there. I'm gonna stick this into an approved container and open that up. Nothing. Go to reserve. Nothing. Oh dear. Trying to rock it back and forth. Nothing coming out. Let me try the other side. Okay, No luck with the gas tank. There's just no fuel coming out. The level just may be too low to even get it in reserve. I thought I could get something out of it. I'm just going to take those petcocks out and fill it with new gas, flush the whole thing. Anyway, I took the air cleaners off. I have a little ether here, so I'm going to open up the throttle and give it a little squirt. And in this one, a little, same thing, a little squirt. And that should be enough. And if you're going to do this at home, no, don't do this at home. I just wanted to see this thing fire up before I go to work and make me feel a lot better about myself. Let's see here. Uh-oh. Kill switch. All right, let's try a little more. On. Right on. Woohoo! This is a trick that sometimes works for getting old hand grips off. Take an air blower and just kind of stick it under there as best you can. And fluff it a little. The grip may just come off. Yeah, there we go. Like that. Haha. Success. I'm gonna have to rework some of these brake lines because that's too short. I think I can make it all work, just have to take these gauges off and move some things around. That's not where it needs to go, but it'll hold it there for a little while I work on this. I can just loosen up some of these brake lines and turn them on their banjos a little bit. And this front cable is going to a proportioning valve down here that I can either relocate or just change how it's mounted on there. Give me a little more room. I don't need much. Not much at all. Got me pretty close. Cable's stretched pretty tight though. The hydraulic line is stretched pretty tight, so I don't think I want to leave it like that. Loosen this. There we go. That'll do. Yeah. It's different from what I'm used to out of this bike, but might be pretty good. It's going to look a lot different, but might be pretty cool. We'll see. I've got the tank drained and the petcocks soaking in gunk cleaner. I'm not sure that's a good idea. I don't know if there's anything in the petcocks that'll be chewed up by the chemicals, but you know, they don't work as it is, so if I have to replace them, I have to replace them. So what? Once I can get some fuel out of that fuel tank and get it back on here, the thing is going to run. We know that. Just attach all this gear, all the switches and levers back up here. Not quite going to be ready to ride though. The front brake. That front brake caliper leaks. I ordered a rebuild kit for it and for this master cylinder too, just because. And so it'll be another week or so before it's road ready, but making progress. At least I can wash it in the meantime. Moving right along, I got the throttle cable off here. There's two throttle cables, one for each carburetor on this bike, and these are really gooey. They should slide pretty easy, but it's really sticky in there, so makes the throttle really hard to twist on this bike, and the slide springs are really heavy anyway. This does not help, so we've got to get some lubrication into these cables, and what you have to do is make a paper funnel of some kind to seal up the end of this cable. I guess we'll do it from here, and pour oil in and just let it work its way all the way down until you see oil come out this end. And you can kind of work the cable back and forth to help it along, but we're going to find something to make a funnel out of. Look at here, I think I got something better, something that I like better than making a paper funnel. I've always made a mess out of that, but I found this 1/4-inch fuel hose just laying around, and it just fits over the cable end. So I'm thinking, pull that down there so the cable end is down here. If I need to, I can put a clamp on it to just cinch it up tight, put the oil in that end, and just let it run down. Maybe make less of a mess out of it. I'm gonna try that. Hey, it's a new day. I'm on my lunch hour. It's raining. You can probably hear it on the tin roof of this barn. But anyway, I did this, the fuel line thing. Just clamp the fuel line onto the end of your throttle cable, and just fill it with a light oil, and just leave it be. Hang it up. I hung it up on the wall, and just let the oil drain down into the cable sheathing, and just kept doing that a few times, and eventually I got oil coming out the bottom of it and rinsing out a bunch of crud along with it, and it slides really well now. So I'm gonna keep doing that method. That works a treat. So no more paper funnels for me. I'm gonna do the other cable now, maybe the clutch cable. Well, yeah, I'll do the clutch cable too because it needs it, and just keep moving forward. Got the bars mounted up and all the controls. Well, I need to rebuild the throttle. I'll take you with me on that too, because it's going to be a little bit of a chore to make all that work. Well, I think I'm done for the day. It's starting to rain really hard. I got to get back to work anyway. But got the throttle on, and the throttle cable's all done up. I think I may have stripped out this screw, or the threads in that carburetor body by accident. So that's a drag. Not terrible, but and this old throttle, these screws are just really troublesome. They're kind of burred up on the ends. This one doesn't want to thread right into that nut. The slots are really torn up on them anyway. That's just horseshit. They gotta go. So it's a trip to the hardware store, and what else? Anyway, the cable oiler worked really well. The throttle's much more manageable now. I got the tank kind of cleaned up over here and drained. It's pretty rusty inside. I might run some vinegar through it or something to help take care of the rust. Do the nut and bolt trick. Not sure. I got time to think about that yet, but it's coming along. It ran. It's getting real close to running again once I get that tank on there. Next few things, I got a master cylinder rebuild kit and a rebuild kit for that caliper on order. They should be here in a couple days. The oil pan, I got to pull the oil pan off, change the oil and filter. I'll show you the oil filter on this thing. It's inside the oil pan. It's a screw-on little canister type filter, but it's inside the pan, so you have to take the whole oil pan off to get to it, which I've never understood, but that's the way it works. Looks like I've got a little oil leak on that valve cover there. I didn't really notice that until we started playing with the bike. And of course I'm going to change the diff oil and the transmission oil while I'm here. Just change everything out. Put my instruments back on. Clean all this mess up while I've got it apart. And I've got a taillight lens ordered because it's broken up back there, so a new one of those. Got to find my turn signals and put them back on. Bleed the brakes, and probably the last thing I'll do is put new tires on. These have lots of tread on them, but they're pretty old. I don't know what the expiration date is on them, but they've been sitting a while, and it's just not safe to run really old tires like that. So, alright, another update coming soon.